the Facebook page, Alabama Jams. It'll give you all the information. The venue is amazing. Amazing.
Nice.
We don't care this time if it's rain or shine. It's indoors on the best stage anywhere in Alabama, bar none. So can't wait to see that. So, Lisa, we'll see you in a few days. I want to say hey to Rebecca and the grandkids at the house, Amelia and Catherine. Love you guys. And then to my daughter Holly and my granddaughter Amelia up in Indianapolis. I love you guys. I'll be seeing them soon. So then over to our producer, Brian, the IT guru genius himself. Brian, you doing okay? You've been dealing with internet and
I'm good
stuff
here.
going on? Good.
Great.
Not raining in your neck of the woods?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to weather.
Okay. He just working the system. So
Brian's in Hawaii now, right?
he could be.
Yeah.
For all we know, he could be. Afghanistan, maybe. He's up there with the Sherpa. I don't know. But let's get on to the show. Do you want to introduce? You're the ones that.
No, go right ahead. I love
Okay,
it.
I was going to say, Steve, if you want it. Common victim here on the right. You see Randy Finchum. So glad you're back. But we got new blood in the water here. So
I could introduce it too if you like, because Mark, you and I met your guest here the same day
oh, did we?
back in 2013 at Thunder Radio. We were doing, it was at Adam Floyd's son's benefit, as chief assistant police chief Adam
Yeah.
Floyd, his son's charity, and we went to advertise it on WMSR, and we were interviewed by Miss Samantha Watters.
Well,
Surprise.
there you go.
Thought you looked familiar.
Samantha Watters.
We
all
met
right.
the same day.
We got to get you more into the mic there, Randy. You're
Okay.
really, really
Right
soft. Brian's over there doing the engineer screaming. I could just tell. Let's just go ahead and crank out a tune. Who you want to do a duet? You want to do Samantha first?
Now we'll save the duet for the ending here, I think. right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Samantha, we're just going to have you kick off a tune real quick.
All right.
Play a tune, then we'll talk about it and find out where you hail from.
Okay. Sounds good. Around every door you're hiding just behind the corners of my mind. It's amazing, seizing dreams. It seems you can't let go of everything I own, and you're teasing me as you follow everywhere I go, filling every inch of empty space. And my oxygen is growing thin as paranoia love begins to show its face, and I'm the target of the chase. A keen serene somehow becomes surreal when everything I feel gains new meaning. You multiply butterflies with every breath you take. No reason for escape, no, when destiny's stalking as you follow everywhere I go, filling every inch of empty space. And my oxygen is growing thin as paranoia love begins to show its face. I'm the target of the chase. Falling in love, but paranoia falling in you follow everywhere I go, filling every inch of empty space, and my oxygen is growing thin as paranoia love begins to show its face. You can never be erased when you're the target of the chase. Oh, the target of the chase.
Yeah.
That was Samantha Watters, everybody.
Very nice.
Samantha, let's get to find out who you are. Where are you from originally? Where was home?
Well, I was born and raised for half of my life in Florida,
In Florida. What part of Florida?
top of Lake Okeechobee. So it's
What?
a very country
Oh, okay.
part of Florida.
Okay.
Top of the big hole in the map, Lake Okeechobee. They had a lot of cows and orange groves, and so it was a country area. I grew up on a farm, lots of
Okay.
animals, and then moved up here in high school. And so I've been here half my life now.
Okay, so up here now, you're talking like Tullahoma?
I graduated from Coffee County.
Okay.
Yep, so right around here.
Randy applauds that.
Yay!
So, Samantha, let's talk about your beginning in music. When did you start dabbling, singing, playing, or whatever?
Okay,
whatever came
so
first.
singing began when I was 5.
Okay.
I sang in church. My mom was working on a solo at church, and I don't know, when kids say the darndest things. And I walked in, and apparently she was off pitch on something, and I gave her a critique, and she was like, well, why don't you sing it then? And I did, and she was like, oh, okay. And so my parents started supporting me and saying, hey, you need to sing. And my dad was going to buy a video camera. So he kind of bribed me and said, if you sing at church on Sunday, it's Kids Day, I will go buy a video camera. And I was like, you've got a deal. So I sang there for the first time, sang Ray Bolt's The Altar. That was my very first song.
Well, that's
in front
very
of
cool.
people. Yeah.
Now, how long
So-
ago was this? Quite a while back?
Yes. A lady
You
does
were-
not say
you said
her
you were
age.
5 or so?
Yes, I was 5.
Wow. And you remember all this, huh?
I remember bits and pieces. I was in this big puffy pink dress, and my mom was like, do you need me to walk you up there? And apparently I said no. I just went up there and did it. So my
That's
dad has a
pretty cool.
video. I've seen it because he bought the video camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Put that up.
Oh, no, no.
Right. Facebook.
Yeah, on our
I know your
Facebook
mama. She needs to put that up.
I've let out the secret.
Randy, it's your turn. Let's go ahead and get you up and running.
This microphone, I think I have bad.
No, what we like to do, we give you that one. It's a trick microphone. We just watch you, like bobbing for apples while you're singing. You have to follow the mic.
You guys got like a remote control of this.
Yeah. Man, you just gave me a great idea. But
Extra entertainment for us.
Follow the bouncing mic.
well, we had just enough time for that song, Randy. Thank you. So,
My pleasure. Hey, but so glad to be on here. Very timely to be asked to be on here. Samantha and I, everybody knows about what happened at the smokehouse.
right.
It burnt down after 61 years. Wow. And we were scheduled to play at the smokehouse. It was going to be her first time playing there.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, that performance didn't happen. And it's been one of those weeks, just kind of shock,
Right.
a mixture of hope, a mixture of shock. And we had a rally and a prayer gathering Marla put together last week, and we're going to do it again this Saturday, May the 8th. So
Yeah,
come on
I
up
was
to the
I was there for
smokehouse.
that. We took some pictures and put it on Facebook. I only took a couple of shots of like the fire and the aftermath because I don't want to celebrate the fire. Let's celebrate the rebirth.
Right.
So there's a couple. You see one scene of the fire, one scene of the damage. After that, it was what the sun didn't block out. We got shots of. So sun was pretty intense that day. So
Burnt down in 45 minutes, but they're going to rebuild.
45 minutes. 60 years went down in 45 minutes.
But they're going to rebuild, and it's really, I'm still kind of in shock over it, and I cannot wait to I believe this. I believe God always, when things like this happen, if we do stick to the road of hope, He will always guide us and guide things into getting better. And I can already feel that they are starting to get better. And there's still a lot of heartache. There's still a lot of tears. up there, but also a lot of heart, which is going to
Right.
segue into this song called "What Heart Can Do." It made prophets preach the will of God. Da Vinci's hand paint works of art, and it's in every one of Shakespeare's works. Why Martin Luther had a dream. Martin Elvis Presley's still the king, and it drove Mother Teresa in her work. When you put your heart in what you do, amazing things can come to you. The greatest gifts you ever knew. Oh, that's what heart can do. They put Earnhardt into victory lane, shaped the thoughts of Einstein's brain, took that step with Armstrong on the moon. Got on the bus with Rosa Parks, was there when Noah built his ark, and it's guarding that unknown soldier's tomb. When you put your heart in what you do, amazing things can come to you. The greatest gifts you ever knew. Oh, that's what heart can do. Time and time again, some say can, while others say can. Yeah, they make a change, they take a chance, beat the odds, dance a dance. Whoa, whoa. When you put your heart in what you do, amazing things can come to you. The greatest gifts you ever knew. Oh, that's what heart can do. That's what heart can do. It's in the child who clings to life, the doctor who works through the night, the mom who prays till he opens his eyes. Yeah, that's what heart can do.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Mr. Randy Finchum. Randy, now, even though you've been part of the family now for quite some time, we got to get you a different mic stand or something.
It's all right. I can sing like that.
Look like the dog that heard his
I'll
master's
start a
voice,
trend
you know,
here.
the RCA dog. We do have new people pop on the station all the time. Just real quick, tell them where you're from, where it was home originally, which we're talking like real close by.
Oh, yeah. Well, born in Nashville and grew up here,
Right?
here being Manchester, Tennessee, home of Bonnaroo.
Home of Bonnaroo.
Yes, after high school, moved to Nashville. Lived in Nashville for many years, and live around the area. And I'm always going to consider myself a coffee county boy. So, and it's very impressive to see where things have happened, and as far as in my old hometown with having Bonnaroo sticking around, and to see how I consider myself to have dual citizenship in Nashville and Manchester, being that both of these places I love, and been on a musical journey of many years, and finally I was into my 40s before which I still am, and before I finally had any musical successes where the Smokehouse came in,
Right.
and after that had quite a few songs. I'm about to go under over 100 recorded, so I can't believe that.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, for the first 20 years I played, I never got requests or anything, or nobody wanted to hear anything. So I'm always thankful to sit and play in front of
I remember when we first started talking to you, and this could be as far maybe 7 years ago or so. We were all tickled. You had like 20 cuts or something, like that. Now you're at 100, 100 recorded.
I can't. I'm very happy with that. I love playing music, and my dreams have streamlined into the realities of what the music business is, and you better love it and not be doing it just for money. You're going to be vastly disappointed. But the great times it has given me, I get to. I've stood on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. You guys were there that night, the Opry House there, and I've got to, just try different things. I got to be in the South Jackson Goes Country show this past year.
Yes,
and I remember going by as a kid and seeing that on the marquee. Young, 10, 11 years old, and I finally got to be on it with this lady here. Directed it all by herself, and she did a wonderful job.
Awesome.
That was just part of a wonderful musical journey that I've had, and which started basically here in Coffee County, being a Headbangers Ball fan, and on
Originally
MTV.
played bass, right?
Yeah,
You were a bass player then.
Bass player, yeah. Played in bar bands for many years. I know the chorus to every 70s song there is out there.
That's pretty
And
wild.
Not any other part of it.
That's pretty wild. And then you were a big hair band guy. You're that big 80s metal guy. So you really liked it last week when our guest was talking about Mark
That was
Slaughter.
awesome because he talked about Mark Slaughter, and he knew who he was. I could
Kip
tell you
Winger.
dug further, and he fired back. He knew everything about it. So
Yeah. No.
that's why my wife and I, we got along so good. She's a hair band guy. I would say ex-hair band, but no, you're never an ex-hair band person. You're once a hair band, aficionado, you always are. So,
Well, let's jump back over to Samantha. Let's play a little tune. Then we're going to try to find out who was some of your idols. What hair bands did you like? We'll
Just
find
the
out.
hair, no?
Just
just the hair,
okay.
not the band.
Okay.
And this
Band
guy
that went
also
around the hair.
acted. He acted in South Jackson Goes Country. I'm just going to say. He
I
didn't
did.
just
Wow.
sing
2
and do
lines.
his songwriting stuff. He
You
acted.
did the acting, huh? And
He
while
did.
you're singing, I'm going to go up here and attack Randy's mic. So we'll see
I'm
if
just
we can
going to
get
do
that.
like this. I'm going to keep it on my shoulder the rest of the
Be like
time.
Oh,
rap version.
that's
there.
nice.
There's a song like that, isn't there?
Sure is.
We should write one.
I don't know what you've been told or what you've been through, but there's a place down this road that you're heading to, and I know you might be tempted to hit the brakes and turn around. But if you keep straight, the freeway can be found. And just past the crossroad where heaven hung your shame, at the crossroad a lamb cleared your name. At the crossroad 3 nails set you free, and at the crossroad you were claimed by the King. I won't mislead, there's gonna be some stops along the way, but if you keep true and push on through, you can drive and arrive today. And you'll know when you get there, 'cause you'll start breaking down. But just keep heart, the toll man's always around. At the crossroad where heaven hung your shame, at the crossroad a lamb cleared your name. At the crossroad 3 nails set you free, and at the crossroad you were saved by the King. And when you get to the highway, it's all heaven bound. Just don't forget the lost souls and potholes that just need carried out. To that crossroad where heaven hung your shame, to that crossroad where the Lamb cleared your name. At the crossroad 3 nails set you free, and at that crossroad you were saved by the King. Yes, at that crossroad You were claimed by the king.
Thank you.
In Colorado, Jill Luke. How are you doing?
Aw, that's awesome.
Well, thank you, Jill, for jumping on board. Samantha, let's find out who's your influences. Who do you like to listen to, or what band or person do you like
Oh,
to?
good gravy. I'm eclectic. I am all over the board.
Okay.
Growing up, I wanted to be the next Reba McEntire. That was my jam.
Okay.
Loved her. I also loved Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn.
Okay.
And then once I got encouraged to start songwriting, I love like Ben Rector. I just love his music on the piano. I don't know. So those are, I'm all over the board.
Okay.
Again. But I love good music. And if it's good and it touches my soul, it doesn't matter what kind it is.
Right.
So what was the last CD or MP3 you played?
Oh, goodness. I have a playlist on Amazon.
Yeah, we do too.
I love the Civil.
We're going through it today.
I love the Civil Wars too. That's the station I've been
Oh, okay.
listening to. I love Civil War stuff. Anything that's got those haunting like oohs and yeah.
Yeah, John Paul White. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We're trying to get John Paul White on our Alabama station.
Oh, really?
I talked to him last year at the event.
Oh, that's cool.
He's all about it, but he's like, he's all for it, but he's a busy guy, so his right-hand man's the one that's got to set it up.
Oh.
That's the guy I'm having trouble trying to get a hold of. So we're trying to get John Paul White on. So nice to have a Grammy-nominated player on there. So we're trying. So he'll be on our Alabama station. So Lisa T, you'll have someone on there soon that got some pretty big clout. Pretty good. What do you plan on doing with your music? Are you hobbyist? Are you want to do this as an addition to, or what do you kind of want to do with it?
I'm up to the Lord's leading. So, I went to college for music.
Belmont.
I went to Belmont. I have
Belmont.
a commercial
Nice.
music degree and a songwriting emphasis.
Okay.
But once I got out, I started working at the radio station locally. I was a jingle writer. Sometimes you can hear my jingles still at midnight.
She's got a great parody of Stacy's mom, if I remember correctly.
So I've got all sorts of stuff that still plays on there. Who knows when it'll play? And so right now he got me, Mr. Randy here, got me back to dusting off some of my songs. And currently I write a song and put it in the South Jackson Goes Country show, which I've been trained by Miss Peggy Burton, the awesome Miss Peggy
Peggy's
Burton,
awesome,
to be the new director for that. So I'm trying to put my songs there. But, I'm open. And I'm just thankful that Mr. Randy got me back
Well, you know
doing
what-
stuff. So
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what impresses me from the moment, even before the South Jackson thing, I knew Samantha from the radio station and followed her online. You did the TV stuff for WMSR. You did TV
Yes.
coverage and it's the Princess Parties. I'd never heard that concept before,
Right.
and y'all started that up and it did quite well.
yeah, we
And-
owned a princess company, and so I perform at different birthday parties and stuff. So yes, and I do musical theater and stuff like that too.
And the lesson is that to put to if you have a thirst for, and a lot of people can learn from this. If you have a thirst for creativity, streamline it into something that you can make an income at and do things with. But in this musical thing, you rarely, more often than you find a lot of people with talent, but you don't have a lot of people with talent, and they are doers. They do. We all have plans, and I'm slow at this. I'm not as much of a doer as I would like to be. Marla Sitton's a doer. Samantha Watters is a doer. I've met a handful in the 30 years I've been playing. And I'm talking less than 10. And when you
thank
come
you.
across one like her, I told your mom, I said you done really good with her because she directed us really good last year. She's a natural in front of the camera. She sang Dolly last year.
Oh, really?
Wow.
There was Jesus. There was Jesus. She hit it perfectly. So, but yeah, I was glad that Steve would have her on here, so I could kind of brag on her a little bit because sometimes those who are always in the director role don't get bragged on, and they brag on everybody else, but everybody else doesn't brag on them. So I just thought I would take that moment to brag on.
Don't make me cry. That is so sweet.
Now we had a guest just jump on, Paul White. just jumped on and said, Sam, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank
So
you.
do you know
Thank
Paul
you,
White, or
Paul.
is this John Paul White?
No, I actually do know Paul.
Okay.
We work together.
John's listening to us going,
He wanted to listen to the Smokehouse one, so when this one came available, I was like, "You've got to log
Oh,
on."
man.
Okay. Well, John said it was beautiful. Thank you, John, for jumping on and saying hey.
John's right.
Paul White, yeah, he's
Paul's
awesome.
right. Paul's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Randy, why don't we jump over, do a tune from you?
All right. I used to jump around Nashville and go to the Broken Spoke and stuff. A guy named Tony Lane was in there. And Tony would always play in that drop D. And this is back in the days when you smoked in those things. And Tony would do that kind of that a big intense song was coming up,
Oh, yeah.
He would sing that Little Past Little Rock, Leanne Womack, and I Need You, Tim and Faith. And so about 15 years after that, I finally learned how to play drop D. So I got like three songs in that. Last year, before COVID hit, J.T. Cooper, U.S. Army veteran, great guy, angel on earth. He has a thing called Warrior Rounds where he puts songwriters with veterans. I got invited to join this cast, and there's Gary Chapman, Bobby Boyd that wrote Broken Road, a whole lot of other. Gerald Smith, I know that guy really.
Oh,
well.
yeah.
We'll probably know my father. And they let me get in on this, and I wrote with Lance Corporal Eric Frazier from McMinnville, Tennessee, United States Marine Corps. Lance Corporal Eric J. Frazier. This is a song we wrote.
Nice.
It's his story, and that was the biggest job I ever had to tell Eric's story. So I hope I did it. I hope we did it. Called Brotherhood. When I woke up in Bethesda, I was in the ICU. A nurse was leaning over me, changing my breathing tube. She said, Lance Corporal Frazier, you were hit by an IED. 3 weeks later, they moved me over to Walter Reed. Right after they broke the news about Bruschetta and Overstreet. We were riding in our Humvee, and we just switched our seats. Trouble always found me, bad luck was my last name, and they followed me from Tennessee to the place where my life changed, on a dirt road in Fallujah, that hot October day. And now I'm getting cards and letters, phone calls and emails too. Soldiers half a world away are right here with me in this room. When we enlist, we know the deal, from boot camp to the battlefield, till our last breath, it's always in our blood. Brotherhood. Now I wake up every morning knowing over there it's night. Every day I check that list, and I thank God they're still alive. I hear their voices in my head saying, don't you give up, man. They put the rods in my arms, and they gave me my new leg. First week of January, I finally learned to stand. 'Cause my boys are coming home in April, and I'm gonna be there when that plane lands. Trouble always found me, bad luck was my last name, and they followed me from Tennessee to the place where my life changed, on a dirt road in Fallujah, that hot October day. Now I'm getting cards and letters, phone calls and emails too. Soldiers half a world away are right here with me in this room. When we enlist, we know the deal, from boot camp to the battlefield, till our last breath. It's always in our blood, brotherhood. Yeah, till our last breath. It's always in our blood. Your brotherhood. I finally get to play this song for Eric in person on May 29th in Murfreesboro.
Very cool.
Hops Brewery. Hope y'all will come out and watch it. Because that is one hero I got to sit across and write a song, sit across the tape. And I figured this out right afterwards. It takes a hell of a man to get back on his feet when they ain't there no more. Now it ain't just on the battlefield where badasses are born.
Great song.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thanks to all the
And we
veterans.
salute all of our servicemen and women.
Amen.
Yeah, we won't be here without them. So thank you guys. Thank you for your sacrifice. So,
Yes.
Randy, what can you tell us going on in the near future? I know you're going to be back up at the smokehouse Saturday, right?
Yeah, back up at the smokehouse. So many people could not make it on such short notice on Saturday that Marla decided to have another rally and prayer gathering in the barbecue pit in the barbecue building behind where the smokehouse once stood. So it's kind of an inside-outside seating. I'm going to be playing with Jason Adams and Paul Cicero. We're going to have a rotating cast of anybody who wants to come up there, bring your guitar, and we'll get you up to play. And we may do the bonfire thing. Steve, the Colorado kid, was there around the bonfire with us last week. We sat up there until the wee hours. Boy, we was freezing, but we was having a good time. But
Yes, we was.
But it's not going to be freezing this week. So come up and hang out with us and just lend your support to the Smokehouse employees and Marlon, JD, and everybody.
Well,
Great.
I also want to say thank you to, I don't know how many there was, but the Christian motorcycle riders that showed up.
Yes.
Brought all that food and stuff.
Pizzas.
Wasn't there very long, and they took right back off. They were there to make a presence. Here's some food,
Yes.
and gave the support and headed back out. So, man, what a bunch of nice people that was.
Oh, yeah. I heard the rumbling of the Harleys, and I saw one pizza after another. I heard they brought 100. I don't know if that's true, but they bought a bunch.
Yeah,
That
there was a
table
lot.
was stacked of food.
Yeah.
So
I ate
incredible.
Some of it. I ate more than some of it. So, yeah.
I did too.
Well, that's very cool. Back to Sam. The ball's in your court. This gets away from us quick if we don't keep rolling. Go ahead and
Okay. Do you want us to do our duet now, or do you,
What time is
or
it?
do we have more time
We
than
got time.
that?
We got time.
let's see. It's only 7:37, so we got probably time for one of yours, a quick one of Randy's, and then your last one to go.
Okay, we're cruising here.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I realized I have not been saying my song titles, so shame on me. First one was Paranoia Love. Second one was Crossroad. And this one is Try. So we're going to, in BC. Anyway, we're going to go with a little islanding one. Yes. So this is called Try. So may we never forget to try, even when things don't always look hopeful. You know, you got to keep that hope, like Randy was saying. I went to the levee in the Chevy and discovered it dry. Could have passed on the test, had I read the warning signs, but I had to try. Oh, I had to try. Had we running nearly done, and when I saw the deal was sealed, having everything you wanted being fronted as fate takes the wheel.
but I won't appeal. No, I won't appeal. 'Cause if the story knows how its ending goes, mystery dies, oh it dies. And a losing door lies in tug of war with time, with time. So if you want to stay out of nature's way, kiss chance goodbye. Oh, but as for me and my family, we'll try, we'll try. They say you can't go back, lines never attract what's traced. Might as well move on, forget what's done in this space. But I'm gonna face my past, I'm gonna face. 'Cause if the story knows how its ending goes, mystery dies, oh it dies. And a losing door lies in tug of war with time, with time. So if you want to stay out of nature's way, kiss chance goodbye. Oh, but as for me and my family, we'll try, we'll try. 'Cause what's the fun if you have to run away, never having a say in this game of fate we play? So if your story knows how its ending goes, then revise, oh revise. 'Cause an endless door could lie just before your eyes, your eyes. So if you want to stay in nature's way, fit chance for size. Oh, 'cause as for me and my family, we'll try, we'll try, we'll try, we'll try.
Very nice.
Samantha Watters, everybody. All right, Randy. We're going to put one real quick from you so we have time to get this duet in.
All right. I don't mean to stick too heavy on the ballads tonight, but with the rain outside, it's just how I feel.
Kind of mellowed you out a little
It
bit.
feels like a ballad night.
Go with it.
I'm going to do, y'all have heard me sing about my family before with the Grandma and Jack song, but
Right.
I got a new one here. It's fairly new. I wrote it right around the time on the 12th anniversary of my dad's passing.
Okay.
And I've only got one tattoo ever, and that's probably all I'll ever get. Jamie Finchum probably will enforce that. I'll probably never get another, but it's right here. It's a cross with a crown. It's got my dad's name on it. It's got the day he passed away. So.
Okay.
And it reminds me of a lot of things. It's faded. Probably wasn't the best work in the world. I went swimming in the ocean the next day, but it's always going to be a reminder, even if it fades, of kind of a hard time in life and how I want to be like the man that raised me, my dad. Called Cross with a Crown, Shoulder Tattoo. And Steve Robertson just cut this, my first ever solo co-write cut. Got it on a midnight in July 2009 on a road trip that I took right after he died. At a shady old strip mall down in Myrtle Beach, in a little bitty shop called Palmetto Inn. Felt like sandpaper on my skin when that gun was buzzing, cutting it in. It's black and it's red, says the word Dad, gold ribbon with a date. took his final breath. It'll stay with me forever like his memory will too. This cross with a crown, shoulder tattoo. Tribute to a man who always loved me no matter what, who dang sure deserved much better than what he got. No reminder to tell folks you love them every chance you get. Put it off till tomorrow and that's something they're gonna regret. Yeah, my guilt and this ink will fade, but they're both with me till my dying day. It's black and it's red, says the word Dad. Gold ribbon with the day he took his final breath. It'll stay with me forever like his memory will too. This cross with the crown, shoulder tattoo. Oh, I see it in the mirror every morning waking up, and when I wrap my arms around the woman that I love, sometimes I catch a glimpse of it sticking out under my sleeve, and I remember the man he was and the man I want to be. It's black and it's red, says the word Dad. Gold ribbon with the day he got called home to heaven. It'll stay with me forever like his memory will too. His cross with a crown, shoulder tattoo. Now he's up there with Jesus and down here with me too. On my cross with a crown, shoulder tattoo.
Nice.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Very, very nice.
Those personal ones are special. And a lot of times they don't get cut. They do get turned away, as far as pitching it. But, still, things you got to write. Every songwriter writes those. Don't talk yourself out of writing something personal if you're feeling it, just for, they'll never cut this. Who cares? And they may indeed cut it anyway. So.
There you go. Well, kids, it's showtime. It's duet time.
Are we going to do duet? Okay.
Because we're getting close to...
Gosh.
Duet.
It's the last call, everybody.
Well, I want to tell you this about this lady being a doer. We had a two-part songwriting workshop.
Okay.
And Samantha came in for the second part. She couldn't come in for the first, but I told her what we were doing, the itinerary and everything, and boom, as she comes out with this whole set of lyrics that you'd worked on. I guess in one day you'd worked on everything.
You inspired me.
Oh my gosh, and
I
it
was
just rolled out, and thank God, because this is a large portion of what she brought in that day. Steve, the Colorado kid, Steve Myers, back there was a co-writer. Marilyn Harris, Samantha Watters, me, who else?
Melissa Sharan.
Melissa Sharan, Cindy Watson is a co-writer. Are we forgetting?
And Wayne Metcalf.
Wayne Metcalf. So, this is still
think
rough.
that's
Y'all going to
everybody.
see the beauty of this, though.
Did we miss anybody, Steve? We got them all, I think.
I don't know. My head's in a cloud, so.
Well, we're hoping
We
to get
did.
it.
We still love you.
Yeah, we're hoping to get it on the country show. We got to get it by the producer here. In the
I'm just
South.
going to say it's already mid-cut. Just saying. Yeah.
All right, you ready? You wanna do
Small town calling.
Small town column. We're gonna just.
If we mess it up, we're sorry. We're just going to have
It's
fun.
rough and it's passionate. This is the.
Well, if it's the first time being played out, no one knows.
Yes.
It
right?
is
That's true.
and
We
we're
meant
gonna
to
do
do
this
that.
perfectly. So.
Just close your eyes and smell that honeysuckle breeze. It's the kind of place when people come, they never want to leave. It's the dinner bell ringing, front porch swinging, swimming in the creek. A friendly wave, a smiling face, and sipping on sweet tea. I can hear my hometown calling out out to me. When nothing says small town like a train whistle blowing, or the traffic from the tractor slowing down the high-speed lane. It's softball nights under the lights, football games on Friday night, with your best friend from kindergarten, laughing it up, sitting in the stands, watching as your kids try to win that game. Oh, that's the sound of a small town calling. Between Daniels and Dickel, my mama raised me. Learned my wrong from my right by the switch of a willow tree. It's the church bells ringing, choir singing, Sundays on my knees. Now every day I stop and pray and thank God for Tennessee, where nothing says small town like a train whistle blowing, or the traffic from a tractor slowing down the high-speed lane. It's softball nights under the lights, football games on Friday night, with your best friend from kindergarten, laughing it up, sitting in the stands, watching as your kids try to win that game. Oh, that's the sound of a small town calling. You can't wash it out of my clothes, you can't wring it out of my jeans. It's the country in my soul, and you know what I mean. You can't wash it out of my clothes, can't wring it out of my jeans. It's the country in my soul, and you know what I mean. Come on, if you're from Tennessee, nothing says small town like a train whistle blowing, or the traffic from a tractor slowing down the high-speed lane. It's softball nights under the lights, football games on Friday night, with your best friend from kindergarten, laughing it up, sitting in the stands, watching as your kids try to win that game. Oh, that's the sound of a small town calling. Just close your eyes and smell that honeysuckle breeze. It's the kind of place when people come, they never want to leave.
Yeah, nice job.
Very, very nice. Just the way it was written. Samantha Watters, Randy Finchum.
Can you announce the tryouts on that?
Oh.
Yeah, the South Jackson Goes Country tryouts
Yes.
are coming up.
They are. They're actually going to be Sunday and Monday, June the 6th and the 7th. Sunday is from 2 to 4, and Monday night is 6 to 8. And if people go to southjackson.org, click on the little auditions tab, it's got all the details. It's got the audition form and a sign-up link to sign up for a time to audition. We would love to have singers, dancers, songwriters, really comedians. We have everything in it. It's like a Grand Ole Opry show. Every night is different. And we even have cloggers and stuff.
Kids and too,
Cloggers?
kids of all ages, yeah.
You got cloggers.
We got cloggers. You know it's a real show if you
You
got
coming,
cloggers.
Mark, for that?
42nd year,
I used
right?
to be a
Or
champion
42nd
clogger, but
It's the 42nd year. Yes, Miss
42nd
Peggy
year.
Burton has, that's her legacy. It's Peggy Burton, South Jackson Goes Country
Directed by Samantha
at
Watters.
South Jackson Civic Center.
outstanding. So, kids, it's time to say goodnight. We thank you both for short notice coming on board and doing the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you
having
so
us.
much, guys. Randy, we wish you the best of luck up on the smokehouse up there on the mountain.
Look
Same
up,
thing.
They got a GoFundMe page on Jim Oliver's Smokehouse on the on Facebook. Jim Oliver Smokehouse, all over the place. GoFundMe. So
I think it's pretty cool. They're trying to. I didn't
Yes.
know they had 80 plus employees
they
working
did.
there.
And a lot of it goes to that, and insurance doesn't cover all the building because the cost of building is way up. So it's going to have to be covered by supplemented by donations and helping
Right.
employees too. So
I think it's cool. They're still trying to pay their employees.
Yes.
I think that's really kind of commending there. So.
Terrific people up there.
Yep, good people, good mountain folk up there. So we want to say thank you guys for, again, jumping on last minute. Samantha, great job.
Yes.
Look forward to all the stuff you're doing down there in Tullahoma. South
she
Jackson.
Thank you for having me.
She's awesome.
yeah,
So we'll keep her activities going as much as we can. Anything you got going on there, please make sure you share it on our Facebook page,
Okay.
so people know what's going on and That way, it's just another avenue for people to see it. The more we get out there, the ripples. We need more
yes.
ripples.
Yep.
Yes.
With that, we want to say thank you, Lisa T, down there at Muscle Shoals at Alabama Jams. Don't forget, it's May Day, which is, I believe this is the 3rd annual May Day festival they had. They always do it for a charity. It is at Bama Jams Lounge in Littleville, Alabama, which is like 11 miles outside of Muscle Shoals. Go to Facebook page, Alabama Jams, and you'll find out what time, who the acts are. Is going to be there. Music all day. It'd be really cool. So you'll find out the particulars. So check that out. Facebook, Alabama Jams. And then we want to say hey to Chris at heatfmradio.com. Thank you, Chris, for putting us on your show again. It's been a long time running with Chris. He's our 3rd longest running show. So it started with this show, and then the Commodore Grill, and now Chris. So 3 long-term shows, man. We got
About 6 years now.
Roughly about 6 years.
Yeah.
So you figure we got roughly about 20 plus years of continuous shows running with the 3 simultaneously. So thank you, Chris, for all you do. To my daughter Holly and Amelia up there in Indianapolis, I love you, and I'll see you in June. Man, I'm going to Indianapolis June. You're going to Colorado end of June. So,
Yeah.
The Colorado kid is making his way up to see Misty and doing some music up there.
Right.
I look forward to seeing some stuff coming out of that. That'd be great. I want to say thank you, Brian, our producer. Thank you for all that you've done.
Yes.
And then the Velvet One here at home in Manchester, Tennessee, with Amelia and Catherine. Love you guys. I'll see you real soon. With that, I think I said
Everything.
everything to everybody, I think.
You didn't thank the Lord, though. My gosh,
Yeah, I hear you.
Thank you, Lord.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and then we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for paying attention to another Midnight Matter show. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Randy. From the DJ Doctor, y'all take care. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.